yay, I have made progress already on my Readathon books. Ooh, ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, today, so far, I have read Amari and the Great Game. Once again, 5 stars. B.B. Alston, good tier, brilliant. And it left on a cliffhanger that I'm not happy with, because it's not really a cliffhanger. Well, it kind of is, kind of isn't. It's left. I don't know when the next book's coming out either, because this has literally just come out. So, but started, finished. This was a book with games or trials in for a Royal Readathon. I was gonna try and count it for something for Spoopathon, but I can't remember. But I have counted it for something for October, but I can't remember. I will find my book with my readathons in, and I will let you know what other readathon this counts towards. I have then read my buddy read pages of Priory. Yes, I'm only on chapter 4 of The Beast. I'm literally there. We're going to be reading this right up until the end of the month, so I will be continuing to update you on my progress until the 31st of October. I think it's the 30th or 31st, I can't remember which one. But day 1, done. I'm paying more attention to it this time round, is all I'm going to say. And I think I've reread this first 100 something pages. It's the 3rd time I'm going to be reading this, because I read about 100 odd pages, 170 pages, and then forgot where I was, forgot what happened, went back and reread it again. Got to like halfway through, and now go back to the beginning again, and now I am 51 pages in. 52 pages in. I don't know. What is life? I knew not what life is. Lord Squidley. And I am currently reading Ballad of Never After, and this is my sexy villain prompt, and I'm now on chapter 21, and I did not realise how quickly this book went. I was just like, oh, I'll read a couple of chapters and then I'll move on to the House of Always, because I've not even opened it yet, and the live show is on Thursday. I know not what I'm doing with my life. So I am this far in to Ballad of Never After. Once I have got past chapter 21, I will be popping this down, and I will be picking up. I'm basic as fuck. I'm going to be picking up Blue Exorcist, because this is going to be a very quick read for me. I've watched the series. I can't remember at what point the series diverges from the manga, but Jem bought me volume 2. Was it Jem? Did she buy me volume 2? I think she did. Did she? Yeah. Jem did buy me volume 2 for my birthday. I was thinking then, did I just imagine that in Na's brain? But no, I didn't know, just imagine it. It happened. It's real. I've got volume 2 of this. So, this is my sidekick prompt, and I don't think the cat that is the, not main sidekick, I think I've put this up for sidekick because he has a group of friends that he meets that are kind of like his sidekicks. That's how I'm working this. And then once I've read this, because it should only take me about an hour, I am going to start reading a bit of this before I go to bed. So we're on Monday, and we're doing good. We're doing good so far. Have I read any of my witchy books so far? No. But I have put a poll up so that I can count whatever I read towards Spoopathon, and tomorrow, sorry, I'm just putting Lord Squidley back where he belongs, and then tomorrow I will start on my witchy books. So this week is gonna be my witchy vlog, which is gonna be these books. For this particular one, is for these, I'm going to probably do a separate vlog, because this week I have quite a few books to keep me going, whereas last week I didn't. So I've already read Amari. I'm going to be reading Blue Exorcist. I'm going to be reading Priory and The House of Always. So for my normal weekly vlog, I can update you on these books. And then for my witchy vlog, for books I'm going to read alongside this, I'm going to be doing a separate vlog for, I think. So if you think, oh, you're not reading as many books as you would normally read, I am. But it's just for a specific vlogaroo, Nino. So yeah. I'm feeling good, feeling fine, feeling fresh. And fabulous that I've ticked off one book already. I've almost ticked off like half of another for Raw Readathon. And then I'm going to be smashing this tonight. And I've read 2.5 books. 4 chapters, and then I've just got this to read for Thursday. And this is what I need to concentrate on. So, I think the audio's like 23 hours or something daft. Why I leave these to the last minute, I do not know. Well, if I half that, if it's 23 hours, it's like 11 and a half, oh no, sorry, 26 hours. So, 27. So it's like 13 and a half hours, which is doable if I was to listen to the audiobook throughout the day at work, which I don't usually do. If I could, Tuesday, Wednesday, and some of Thursday maybe. I don't know, it'll happen. It'll happen. I believe in me. Do you believe in me? I've also, maybe a little bit too small, but done my little promptito cards for my TBR game that I'm making as well. I did that while I was listening to the audiobook of Ballad of Never After. I'm going to message Becca now with my thoughts on Ballad of Never After, stuff like that. And then put my phone away. In fact, yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I will update you on the morrow when I have more to tell you about what I've read. Yes. Hello. Got a new area. I'm in my new bed. So comfy. So cozy. I got my teddy bed in. And I've just finished chapter 5 of House of Always. And now I'm gonna read a bit of my witchy book. That is what I'm doing. I'm gonna try and get through a bit of this before I go to sleep. If I can read all of it, I will do, but I'm already feeling a bit laggy, whatever. So, I'm gonna wait and see. I've just finished Ballad of Never After, and I'm not okay. I don't understand. I don't understand what's going on. Stephanie Garber, why? Why did you do this to me? I'm lost. I don't understand. I'll come back when I've got more coherent thoughts. I thought I had some, but I don't. Bye. Today is not a good day because I feel ill. Ill as a do. I don't want to be here. I'm not okay. But my overall update for the week so far is I need to crack on with this today. I've got a lot of admin to do at work, so this will be a priority. I got to chapter 3 in here last night. I thought I'd be able to finish it. I was so tired. I didn't pay attention. I did. I'm lying. But yeah. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these ones because they're my Witcher books, my Witcher vlog. I also started this yesterday. I've got a decent chunk of the way through. And then, as you are aware, last night I also finished My Love Never After. Can I just say, Stephanie Garber, the audacity of what you've done is just at the highest level. I said I would give you more coherent thoughts this morning. I don't have coherent thoughts on this right now. I'm just very overwhelmed. I was too dumbstruck to even cry. I wanted to. I felt like I needed to. But then I just couldn't. Because mine was just like... I really... 5 stars in case you didn't know. Like, not everyone's going to go up out yet. But this was... Stuff was going down from like the beginning. Things were happening. It was very fast paced. But it's not too fast. Because it's YA. It's not overly complex, but there is betrayals, there's you don't know who to trust. There's a character in here that I know we shouldn't like, but I just adore with my whole being. And me and Becca, I think that's mine and Becca's toxic trait, to be fair. So I like broken men. That's the vibes. That's the vibes. But I'm really gonna miss out on the Fairy Loot Special Edition. I'm definitely 100,000,000% making sure that I get the special edition of the 3rd book. Because I'm sure Stephanie has said it is a trilogy. I think if she dragged it out any more than a trilogy, it might be too much. I think a trilogy for this would just be enough. Today, I need to read my buddy read pages at Priory. But that's going to be an after work thing. Because right now, I can't listen to the Priory and focus on that. As well as read. As well as do my admin work. So I'm going to listen to The House of Always instead. I know that sounds really backwards because that's a very confusing book, but I can keep up with what's going on in the Chorus of Dragons series more so than I can in Priory. I need to focus on that book because it's very easy to miss. There's so much that goes on. There's so many people introduced. It's... yeah, I've got to focus on it, whereas in The House of Always and the Chorus of Dragons series now, it's the same. There's still a lot of people involved, but it's the same people over and over again. There's just different narrators and omniscient. There's an overarching narrator and then 2 individual narrators, if that makes sense. But it's the same people that we've been introduced to. We know their backgrounds, we know who they are, that kind of thing. Is this making any sense whatsoever? I don't know. I'm going now. I'm going to get some porridge and a cup of coffee. Hey guys, I'm just coming in with an update. I'm not going to stay on long because I feel like shit. Well, they sound like shit. I just wanted to give you a quick update on reading and a quick update on... just hit myself. Fairy Loot arrived. So this is the first month back with Fairy Loot, and it's the YA one that I started this month. Prior to that, I've just been getting the adult one. So I'm just going to slide this out. And this is the theme. We can't remember what the theme was, but there you go. There's the theme card. And this is a bit of artwork that comes with it, which I didn't know they did in the YA one. Has the author note on the back. It's called One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. This is the cover. And these are like all the edges have got foiling on. Focus. All the edges have got the foiling on. They are only sprayed. Not very well sprayed either. It's a bit weird. But then we've got... ooh. This is cool. Oh, right, okay. So something different again from Fairy Loot. So this looks like it's reversible. So you can have this way as well. I'm not sure I would, because that's, in my eyes, the prettier side. But then the underneath is like this. So I'm going to open it like that. That's the naked hardcover. I don't sound very enthusiastic about this, but it is very pretty. And then that is hard to see because it is quite... Oh, actually, it's not on camera. In person, it's hard to see. It's like that's the front end pages, and they're the end pages. So overall, it is pretty. I'm guessing they didn't do the stenciled edges because they paid more attention to the oh fuck. They paid more attention to clearly not the shipping, the underdust jacket cover art, and then the thing on the hardcover. But I've just realised that there, just there, is ripped. I mean, in the grand scheme of things, it's not the be all and end all, do you know what I mean? But this cover doesn't look like it fits properly either when it's been fit around the book, if that makes sense. Because it's like, can you see? Like this is why it's ripped. It's because this, when it's been folded, hasn't been folded properly. Which is annoying. Very annoying. But I don't know anything about this book. I literally signed back up to the YA one because I was getting FOMO. I don't know if I'll keep it or not, but let's just have a look at the synopsis. So, I was born with the fever, my blood dark as night. An ancient mercurial spirit is trapped inside Elspeth Spindle's head. She calls him the Nightmare. He protects her, he keeps her secrets, but nothing comes for free, especially magic. When Elspeth meets the mysterious highwayman on the forest road, she is thrust into a world of shadow and deception. Together they embark on a dangerous quest to cure the town of Blunder from the dark magic infecting it. As the stakes heighten their undeniable attraction intensifies, Elspeth is forced to face her darkest secret yet. The Nightmare is slowly, darkly taking over her mind, and she might not be able to stop him. This is a debut novel, gothic fantasy romance, about a maiden who must unleash the monster within to save her kingdom. So I don't know if this is a series or a standalone. I will only know once I've read it, and I don't know why it's called One Dark Window. Maybe we'll find out if I read it. Have I read any more of my fairy little books at all in the last few months? Absolutely not. I've got a list of fairy little books that I've got. I've just not been picking them up. But yeah, we'll see. I'm going to put this to one side. But an update on my reading quickly. So I am over 50% through The Nature of Witches. I finished House of Always. I have thoughts. I will be messaging Emma with my thoughts when I feel better, because I want to go back to bed after this. I have also finished Witches of Brooklyn, and I just need to read Witches of Ash and Ruin and finish The Nature of Witches. And then I also need to read the other ones before Wednesday. So, on Thursday, by the way, so it's not that bad. I'm doing good. And in the midst of things, I'm still reading my 50 pages a day of Priory. So, splitting it down into 50 pages a day is helping a lot. So, I need to update Becca on my thoughts on that one. But yeah, I'm going to go. Just thought I'd jump in and say I've received another birthday present, and this is from Danny. So thank you very much, Danny, for adding to my Alice Oseman collection. And I only have to get I Was Born for This and This Winter now, and then I will have all of the Alice Oseman books. So I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I will also message you directly to let you know that I've got this. But I almost crapped myself because I literally just filmed the clip where I said I was going back to bed with some medicine, and the buzzer rang, and you all know how loud my buzzer is, and I was walking right past it and literally almost dropped my cup of lipstick. And then he was really, really loud. I don't know if it's because I'm unwell, I'm really sensitive to the noise. But it was like, hi, there's a parcel from Amazon. I was like, wow, okay, that's too loud. Thank you, Dana, I appreciate you very much. And the note just says, happy birthday, sorry it's not much, but love you lots. And honestly, you don't ever have to get me anything. I say this all the time, you don't. You messaged me on my birthday and said happy birthday, so, and we're friends, and I get to see you in January, so I'm just happy with that. But I really do appreciate this as well. I'm actually going to go back to bed now. Staying home all weekend. I'm going to sleep and read and just not move from bed because I'm basic as fuck. But I had to show you. I thought this was a paperback, but thank you very much, Tor. I can also take this to meet Travis next weekend if I'm better. I hope I'm better. I'm up better. So this is the new Legends and Lattes cover. And I was like, look how pretty the colour is underneath there. But one thing I didn't expect was this. That is the original cover on the inside end papers. Like, that is just so good. So now I have this. I have the broken binding version on the way when it released. And I have the original indie version. Am I likely to get the paperback version as well? Probably. I'm going to take this one and the indie published version to Comic-Con next weekend. And I think they're doing signings there as well. I think if they are, I will be getting these signed and dedicated to yours truly because I'm so excited. I am also considering buying some of his merch because it's so cute, such cute things on there with like Thimble and just, yeah. I'm just so happy to have this. I can't stop smiling. As I'm here, I'm going to give you an update on my reading. I am up to date on my priory pages. I'm paying attention more this time round. There's things that I'm hearing that I must have just totally skipped last time because I was trying to rush to get through it. I think this is a good reason why it's good that I started from the beginning again and I'm doing 50 pages a day because I don't feel like I'm rushing it and trying to like finish it all in a week. I think I just overwhelmed myself with the whole thing last time and just got in my head about it. So I'm really enjoying it. I'm not sure if it's going to be a 5 as yet. We'll see how things go. We are only sort of like 4. We're on the 5th day now, and it goes until the end of the month, so we've still got over a week left to go. So there's that. Last night I finished Nature of Witches. I will update you on my witchy vlog with more details about that. I think I've already told you I finished Witches of Brooklyn, and then I think I also told you I finished House of Always. And once again, I'm just shooketh. I have absolutely no idea how it's going to end. This God of Gods is going to have a lot to... It's going to be a lot going on. And I don't know how they're going to wrap this up. I have absolutely no idea. But I'm excited. But then this weekend, I'm going to be trying to get through these. So I'm going to start this one tonight. If I find my glasses, I will be reading this physically tonight. And this one I can pick up. It is only small as well. So this is my witchy vlog, and like I said, my witchy vlog doesn't need to end on Sunday. Ideally it would, because then I could do my vampire vlog for the last week of the month, but we'll just see how my reading goes with that. But this is for the podcast on Wednesday, which I need to remember to send Becca and Jem the links for, because I forgot last time. So I forgot about my own podcast, and it definitely is Wednesday this month. Definitely Wednesday. Jem said she's already read this. If you'd like to hear thoughts on the book, then feel free to listen to the podcast / watch the podcast, whichever streaming platform you work with. And yeah, now that I've got Legends of Lattes, I've got a huge urge to reread it. But I can't, because I still have an elusive TBR. Shall we have a look quickly at my TBR? So, next week we have The Coldest Touch, Some Book Club's Guide to Slay Vampires and Court for my vampire vlog to read. I also am starting Gersel next week. I've got Discord of Gods to read, The Unbound, Crooked Mask, Bane Chronicles, Unwaking the Witch, and Priory to finish. I definitely will finish Priory. That's a given. The rest, I don't need to finish them by the end of September. We're in October. End of October. I think I have like the first week in October left to finish off some books, but we'll just see how we get on. I ideally would like to have finished everything that I need to finish in October and not carry anything over, so I can have a fresh start in November, because I've got a lot of pre-filming to do for Vlogmas next month. So I've already started my schedule, and now I just need to film everything. Yay. I'm going now, bye. Hello friends. I'm wrapping up warm because I don't feel well. Ignore the mess behind me. I'm coming at you with an update. I'm still reading Priory, and things have happened, and I can't believe I forgot a big chunk of this. I clearly wasn't paying attention when I was reading it, but I'm going to be reading this today. This is a podcast book. I'm really excited, really excited, and Becca's going to be on this month's podcast, so I'm excited to hear her thoughts as well. But this is really short, and yes, it's a physical read, but it's probably not going to take me that long because the writing isn't that big. She says it's a really awkward angle holding this. And then the only other book that I have to read this weekend is like Witches of Ash and Ruin, which is going to be fine. Anything I get in addition to these two is going to be a bonus, and it leaves me less to read next week. Monday we're starting Gersel, which I'm really excited about. Finally, me and Jem will be reading that. I've literally just been scrolling through TikTok and sending Chloe and Becca and Marloose and Tori and everyone just random thirst traps and random videos and random songs that I found on TikTok that I like, because I'm feeling that way out, just in a vibing kind of mood. Thinking of it, actually, I'd like to finish A Crooked Mask this weekend, because I started that last week, and then it just leaves just a few books for next week, not that many, and for the most part I can get them on audio as well, so that's good. Anyway, I'm gonna go now. Hello friends, it's Sunday. We've got, I've realised while editing my vlog, I've had pigtails in quite a lot in this vlog. Never mind, something arrived today and I'm not sure what it is, so let me just open it with you. It's a hardback book. We have notes. Oh, sorry it's late. Hope you had a brilliant birthday. From Amy. And ooh, The Drowned Woods by Emily Lloyd Jones. I can't remember why I put this on my wish list. I think this might have been a special edition in one of the book boxes that I missed out on. Once upon a time, the kingdoms of Wales were rife with magic and conflict. An 18-year-old Mererid is well acquainted with both. As the last living water diviner, she can manipulate water with magic, a unique elemental power many would kill to possess. For years, Mer has been running from the prince who bound her into his service and forced her to kill thousands with her magic. Now all Mer truly wants is a safe, quiet life, far from power and politics. but then Mer's own old handler, the king's spy master, returned to the proposition. Use her powers to bring down the very prince that abused them both. With the help of a fake Earth man, a snarky thief, and a corgi that may or may not be a spy, Mer must decide if she's prepared to run for the rest of her life or to stand and fight for her freedom and peace. Part heist novel, part dark fairy tale, and rich with Welsh legends. That sounds so good. And it's not as big as I was expecting it to be. I don't know if it's part of a series or it's a standalone, but we will find out. We shall find out. But thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate it very, very much. Now I'm going to have to find a place for it on my shelves. I am currently in the process of putting some books on Vinted to get rid of them. But my issue is storing said books whilst I'm putting them up on Vinted. So I need to get a box and put them somewhere. So, in no particular order, I'm going to give you a rundown of the books I have read this week so far. And I think I'm happy with the books that I've read. Could have been better. Could have been better. But we move. In no particular order, The Crooked Mask. I started this last week. I finished it today, actually. I'm really proud of myself. This is the second in the Twisted Tree. I think it's just a duology. The way that it's left at the end kind of makes me think it could be another book after this. But it might just be a duology. I don't know. It's got the fantasy vibes going on, but it's also slightly thriller-esque and chilling and eerie and dark and spooky and perfect for this time of year, by the way, just saying. But this was so good. I read Witches of Brooklyn. This is a really cute queer, I think it's queer. I think her aunts are queer. I think they're together, they live together, I don't know. And in my mind, the two women are together, and there they are on the back, those two. This is really cute. This was the 4 stars. I found out that this is part of a series. The other two are more difficult to get hold of. They're not currently on Amazon. You can only buy them second hand. And I've had very hit and miss situations with second hand. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I definitely do want to continue this. It's a trilogy. I'm in the mood for more cute, cozy graphic novels. I'm going to have a look out for the rest of these. This bad boy. I've not finished it yet, but I am almost back at the halfway mark with this one. I have no idea what the hell I was doing with my life when I was reading this last time, because there's a couple, not just one, there's quite a few things that happen in this, and I'm like, how did I miss that first time round? Genuinely, how the hell did I miss that? Absolutely no idea. But I'm really enjoying it. Not sure if it's a 5 stars right now. Probably looking at a 4. But again, I'm not even up to the same place I was when I finished last time. Anyway, moving on. Waking the Witch. This is the other Rachel Birch book that I was talking to you about. This is probably also going to be a 4 stars. I really enjoyed this. I'm going to say if I did 4.5s, it would be 4.5. This follows a girl called Ivy who is an orphan, and she has spent all her life closing herself off to people, and suddenly things start occurring, and maybe she might not be just a little orphan girl. All I'm saying. It's really good. Once again, the eerie vibes. There's a very dark undertone to all of Rachel's books I've read so far, but this seems to be like a moral to the story as well. I really enjoy them. Really good. Highly recommend. Also, another very quick read that I read today. I finished A Crooked Mask today, and I read this full book today. And I read my Buddy Read Pages of Priory, and it's only 6 o'clock. So it just goes to show that they are very quick reads, and they are very good. I do have them on BookBeat. I don't know if they're available on any other platform. but I pay £12 a month for BookBeat, and I've got all 3 of Rachel Berger's books on there. So, winner winner chicken dinner. I read this yesterday. The Other Ones by Fran Hart. If you've seen my tweet, you'll understand the absolute audacity of this woman to give me queer, funny, heartwarming, wholesome, cute YAs. How dare you do this to my brain? I was laughing and crying, and the mystery, because it says on the back, it's queer, friendship, and mystery. The mystery that was going on in this was not what I expected. Just in my mind, I was like, yeah, I know where this is going. I know where this is going. And then when we found out what the whole thing was, like this mystery was, when we were unraveling it, it hits you in the feels, but I didn't see it coming. So if you've read this, please, can we discuss it? It is our podcast book for this month. I will be giving my full thoughts, feelings and ponderances on this, along with Jem and Becca, on the 1st of November when the podcast goes live. If you would like to hear my full thoughts, I can imagine we're going to have quite a discussion on this one. That is not all, my friends. That is not all. I have also started and finished The Nature of Riches. This is a 4-star for me. This follows a girl called Clara, who is an ever witch. She lives in a world where most witches just have one set of magic: spring, summer, autumn, winter. And within those seasons, their magic is stronger in those seasons. She is an ever witch, and she has the magic of all 4 seasons within her. She still becomes stronger in certain seasons than others, but this is, I don't know, it was good, and I really enjoyed it. I don't know, it just got 4 stars for me on Corpile, because it was just, I loved the story, and I loved how the whole magic system, and you know, the different types of magic within this world. But I just think that there is a romance in this that didn't need to be there, but you could kind of understand maybe why it was there given the story. But you all know that I love a good romance book. I love a good, put a bit of smut in there, it's all good. But I am a believer that not every single book I read has to have romance in, and some stories would still stand strong by themselves without the romance in. This was one of them. And just the convenient plot aspect was a bit of a letdown, given the build-up of the whole thing. Still 4 stars, Scribd to 4-star, but even if it was a 3-star, 3 stars still would have been good. I'm debating whether or not to unhaul this though. I need to start unhauling things. Next, House of Always. I unfortunately was not well for like the latter part of this week, so I missed the live show for this, but I started and finished that this week. Well, I think it was like Saturday maybe I started this, and I finished it on like Wednesday. Wow is all I can say, and it got 5 stars again from me. I would like to get into the head of Jen Lyons. Honestly, I don't know how the brain works, because even now I have absolutely no idea who's gonna live, who's gonna die, how things are gonna go, who is actually good and who isn't. Like, there's so many betrayals, plot twists, just head fuckery. Just I don't know how this is gonna go, and you fear for the lives of these people that you've grown attached to over the last, this is the 4th book. So over the last 4 books, you've got attached to certain characters, and there's characters in here that I know that I shouldn't like, because I'm 99% sure that they're not the greatest, and I'm actually 100% sure, based on what they've previously done, that they're not good people, or beings, should I say, but just their attitude. There's a character, I'm going to tell you anyway, there's a character called Talon. I shouldn't like her. And if you've read these books, you know why I shouldn't like her, but I do. This is a what the fuck kind of series. And finally, Ballad of Never After. Stephanie Garber, you are another one. The audacity. The audacity. There's a character in this that, again, I shouldn't like, but I love. The way that this ended, I was just dumbstruck. There were parts of this book that I wanted to cry, but I couldn't bring myself to cry because I was just shocked at how things went. And I didn't expect things to happen. And I know that, I didn't know that it was a duology or a trilogy. I found out from Becca mentioned the other day that there is another book in this series, but she thinks that it is just going to be a trilogy. Given everything that happened in this book, if it had been a duology and they needed to wrap everything up, this book would have needed to have been longer. Otherwise it just would have felt rushed. So there's goods and bads. There's ups and downs. This got 5 stars from me, in case you didn't guess. But I can't believe I've also got to wait for the next one of these, because this has literally just come out, was it last month? I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know what to do with my life. I felt like I could have done better. Could have done with getting Witches of Ash and Ruin done. Quickly, before I go, I forgot to let you know what books count for what prompts. We're going to go through them quickly before we go. So, Marrying the Great Game was Oogie Boogie for Roll Readathon. The Crooked Mask was the Mythology prompt, which I think is Hades. I've counted that for like a second book towards that prompt. Waking the Witch was Ursula, which is a book with magic in or witches. Ballad of Never After was Gaston with a sexy villain. And that is me then done the Roll Readathon and added an extra book. Yay for me. And then for Gothtober, Amari counts towards read a book by a BIPOC author. And then for Spoopathon, Nature of Witches counted for Paul and Potions for Wave 3 prompts. And then I got points for finishing a title. And then Witches of Brooklyn also counted for a Paul pick and graphic novel. So that's Wave 3 prompts done. I don't think I updated you on Wave 2 prompts either. So I'll quickly go through Wave 2. So for last week, Gideon counted for Wave 2 and the Archived. I counted it for Archived as favourite genre, and Gideon was Inhuman and LGBTQIA+. And then for Rainbow Ween, this week the other ones counted for Ghosts, and Witches of Brooklyn counted for Witches and Middle Grade. And I think that was it. I've just got to find something with Merfolk in. Now I'm going to move on to Wave 4 prompts. I'm going to see if any more books for the next week can fit the villain prompts for Roll Readathon, and I'm going to see if any of the books that I'm reading next week has anything to do with Merfolk in. I really don't think it does, but the majority of the board is covered, so I'm all good. It's fine, it's fine. If you do like these videos, if you do like me, you would like to see more of this fugly meg, please like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, and I'll see you in the next video.